Good evening and welcome to Nonsense Talk Live. I'm Pallab Ghosh with you. You have seen me doing stories on Nagaland and from Nagaland earlier also, but today's story is a little special because a journalist friend from Nagaland shared a few details about the elections yesterday, and I thought I should be doing a story on this. Before going into details, let me be very clear and candid that I may go wrong on some of the pronunciations because local Naga pronunciations are certainly not familiar with me. So if I pronounce something wrong, please excuse me and bear with me. Well, 59th AC Seyochung Simiti in Kiphire district has demanded immediate repolling of number 28 polling booth in Changchor village and on number 30 and number 44 in Kisetong village. The reason is simple because according to the Bharatiya Janata Party BJP, which said that there was immense rigging taking place since morning. There was booth capturing, there were poll violence, even voters were threatened. Some of them even received life threat and they were asked to go back because the vote was done in their name. Nothing new because especially being from Bengal, I think we are familiar with this kind of voting because till today when elections take place in Bengal, we find bombs hurling from 6 a.m. in the morning. So this is nothing new actually. However, allegations of rigging, mass booth capturing was reported from other districts also. V. Kashio Sangtam, who is also the BJP candidate from this constituency, has written to Election Commission of India demanding repolling in these constituencies. Before going into details, I just don't understand if elections are to be contested like this. In fact, I may be blunt, but I would like to say, why then conduct elections? Why not selection? If candidates are so much scared about their identity, their entity, and they feel that if people will not vote for them, in fact, that is actually the crux of democracy. If people don't like, they may or may not vote for the candidate. And every candidate should accept this smilingly. But anyway, that doesn't happen. It's a hypothetical thing to discuss also. But the question is, why then election? And this I always say in case of every elections. Why election? Why not selection? Come on, don't waste people's money. Don't waste taxpayers' money on campaigning, on holding elections, on security, so on and so forth. So many expenses actually. Why then hold elections? Better go for selection. Let candidates decide and select their candidate, and if they prefer, if they think that they will rule by threatening, threatening with dire consequences, then let them threat and let them say, look, you have to vote for me or face the dire consequences. In other way, this is happening, this is the practice. So why elections? I may be blunt, vocal, but this is true. Well, I really don't know if repolling will be announced or not, but right at the moment, the situation is little volatile because, as I said, number 28 booth in Changchor village and number 30 and 44 in Kisetong village, all that falls under 59th AC of Seyochung Simiti in Kiphire district, witnessed huge rigging, booth capturing, threatening, and hence the voters who came to vote had to go back because they had no other options. However, well, just a quick recap, there were huge deployment of security also. My next question is, what were these security guards doing in that case? We always hear that EC keeps an eye on every elections, then what is the use of these this vigilance if such riggings are going to take place? And as I said, this is a very common practice in Bengal. This was a common practice in Bihar. However, Bihar has improved drastically, and we don't see now these kind of practices in Bihar. But West Bengal, my state, yes, it's still there. It will be there because considering the political party that has come into power in West Bengal, it's no less than what it used to be. Yes, I am talking of the red. So if red used to take help of these practices, even the ruling party in West Bengal right now, the Trinamool, is also using these kind of practices to win and to get the votes. However, coming back to Nagaland, 59 out of 60 constituencies went to poll yesterday. 183 candidates were in fray. Over 13 lakh voters exercised their franchise, polling in 2,291 polling stations. But the best part is 196 polling stations were managed by women. Talking of women empowerment, yes, every northeastern states are actually the best example of women empowerment, because in these states we see how women have come up. They manage their home, they manage the offices, they manage shops, and including the polling booths. As I said, 96 polling booths were managed by women. According to Election Commission of India, 85% polling was recorded. However, till 1 p.m. I remember it was 58%. So we were literally discussing that what will happen, because polling is little low, but it gained after 1 p.m. Perhaps people came out after lunch, as it's a common practice in many states. In Nagaland, in Northeast, including Meghalaya, Tripura or Assam, Mizoram, the practice is same. So we have seen polling actually gears up after lunch. That is what it did yesterday also. 85% polling was recorded according to Election Commission of India, and till 1 p.m. it was 58%. The exit poll predicted 35 to 45 seats to the BJP and NDPP alliance. As you know, in the state, BJP in alliance with the NDPP is contesting this election, and according to the exit polls, it's clear that in spite of the alleged booth capturing, rigging, or trying to threaten the voters by the NPP, as accused by the Saffron Party, it's clear that BJP and NDPP is winning the elections with considerable amount of votes. It's 35 to 45 votes according to the exit polls. Well, the question is, if this is the structure of elections, then as I said, there is no use of conducting elections, because in every elections, even a small elections, even a panchayat election, huge amount is spent first on campaigning, on strategies by political parties, managing the elections, security, so on and so forth. So if this is the structure of elections, and this has become a cult of elections, to woo the votes by threatening and by muscle power, then what's the use of votes? I leave you with this thought for today. Please feel free to comment. However, we are yet to receive a confirmation from the ECI on the repolling of votes in elections, I beg your pardon, in these constituencies. And we are expecting some kind of reactions from the ECI. But till now there is no confirmation from the Election Commission of India on the repolling as demanded by the BJP, citing the rigging, booth capturing and poll violence that had taken place on the polling day yesterday. This is Pallab Ghosh signing off for Nonsense Talk Live.